Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be my top 10 stocks as we head into Tuesday, October 19th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown. So if you are somebody that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about the tool of technical analysis and how it can be used to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. Real quick before I get started, just keep in the back of your mind that if you're enjoying what you see and you do want to learn more about technical charts and how they can and should be used as a trader, then I am offering a free live online class here this upcoming Thursday. So if you're interested in getting signed up, then I do want to personally invite you to do so. If you're watching on YouTube, then there's a link down in the description box. If you're listening at my actual site, claytrader.com, then right on the webpage there's going to be an area that you can click to get signed up on. So just keep that in mind as I go through the video. First one, ticker symbol AMC, and all you can really say is the trend continues. The very impressive movement from last week got off to a great start today. And, the easiest way to kind of see that is in regards to that red line, which I've talked about previously as a level of resistance there at $41. But this morning, price came up through there, gave it another attempt, and this time it was a success compared to on Friday where the price broke above it and then fell back below. There was none of that here. Price broke above it and then came all the way up here before it started to consolidate there. So in other words, very key level has now been broken, so a breakout is underway. And that's also going to be where the first update comes into play, and that is just based on a foundational rule in charting, which states when levels of resistance are broken and closed above, you want to see them act as support. So 41, one of those newest areas of support, although what I'm going to actually do is move this green line up to 42.50, to which I would call the ideal level of support. When you say, Clay, what would make this chart look the absolute best and strongest moving forward? Definitely if 42.50 can hold. Now, with that being said, don't get me wrong. If the price falls below 42.50, that doesn't mean the entire chart's destroyed or ruined or anything like that. But yeah, if the price could manage to stay above that area, that would certainly be a great sign of power. But more so from the overarching standpoint, it's all about that purple line there, the 50 period moving average. So as that line, quote unquote, moves higher and higher, hence its a moving average. But as long as the price stays above that line, then from an overarching standpoint, as far as the trend is concerned, the bulls are still in full control. So again, preferably speaking, staying above 42.50 would be great. But big picture wise, just stay above that 50 period moving average. Next one here, ticker symbol PROG, and this will mean a little bit more of those of you that have watched the past videos I've done on this one, but been talking about that resistance trend line for quite a while, and you can see finally today got the breakout through that level, and with the breakout, very, very impressive movement. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that line as it served its purpose for now, but did want to at least point that out so you understand that from a broad context perspective, that's what's going on now. We're in the middle of a technical breakout, and it's just a question of, how much bigger is this breakout going to actually get? So as far as areas of support are now concerned moving forward, first level of support with any sort of pullback, we right down there around $2.55. So $2.55 going to be that, like AMC, the preferable level, meaning the price falls below it. Not the end of the world, but yeah, as far as what would make the chart and the breakout look the best, certainly if the price can stay above there. And then also like AMC, you'll want to watch that purple line there as it continues to move higher and higher. As long as the price stays above that level from a general point of view, then that's just a sign that the overall bulls are still in control. And then as far as breakout points are concerned and levels of resistance, nothing fancy or complicated here other than the fact of, where did the momentum finally stop today? And it stopped on two different occasions. You can see right up there, right about the 307 mark. So 307 will be that main area of resistance moving forward. But all in all, any way you look at it, monster breakout today. Not just a question moving forward of how much bigger is this breakout going to get. We'll see what happens. Next one here, ticker symbol FCEL. And what a way to start off the week. But the nice thing here was that today was just kind of an added bonus. What do I mean by that? Well, even before today happened, this thing had already been in a very, very respectable uptrend. Look at that trend that this thing had been in. Now, today's day just shows how powerful of a move it was because now it actually broke to the upside of the trend. Until today, it was really respecting the overall trend. But this is a good problem to have where, yeah, it's no longer respecting the trend or the overall trend channel, but it's not respecting it to the upside. It's like, yeah, we don't like this channel more. Let's break to the upside. Now, the one you would traditionally get worried about is if it starts to no longer respect the channel to the downside. But, that wasn't the case here. It was all about breaking to the upside. So, yes, it sounds bad that, the price is no longer respecting the channel. But here in a very bullish way. So let's map out some levels to watch moving forward. Some very well-defined areas as far as pullback areas are concerned and support. Key level area are going to be right there at $8.40. Then as far as that levels of resistance, you can see 3 separate times price got up to right around $8.90. Could never quite push through it. And really just to kind of make this maybe easier to see, let's just make this one pattern here. So we'll change this all to one color. And then there's the big momentum move right there. So in other words, this would be known as a bull flag pattern. But overall, anyway, look at it. Now you have a bull flag pattern within an overall uptrend. A lot of good things here going on for FCEL. Next one, BBIG. Done this one in several past top 10 videos, and not a whole lot of new things to report other than just more so confirmation of a couple levels that I've talked about before. And the big point of confirmation being this red line up here, resistance at the $9 mark, which you can see once again, not exactly, but the price certainly got very close. In fact, just out of curiosity, what was the high of that candle? $8.95. So it got within 5 cents of that candle and then started to move back down. So like I said, nothing new in terms of $9 being some sort of new talked about level, but certainly confirmation that, yeah, it is worthwhile. $9 certainly is playing a big role within the current price movement here of BBIG. So $9 remains that very important level of, from a breakout standpoint. And I am going to go ahead and just get rid of these lines here as they serve their purpose for now, because as I've talked about in past tickers, from a support standpoint, really the easiest way to go about all this is just to watch that purple line there, which you now know is that 50 period moving average. So continue to watch that. But like I said, the main dynamic here and the level that every breakout player and their brother's uncle is going to continue to be watching now is all about that $9 mark. Can it be broken? And if it is broken, that could very well create quite a bit of upside buying pressure. Next one here, ticker symbol IO, and a very interesting setup here as we head into Tuesday. So the first part of this setup is the fact that all day long, the price just slowly continued to creep higher and higher, or in technical jargon, the price was able to build this nice uptrending trend line right here. But I mean, it's pretty crazy when you actually just stop and think about it. You know, the price went there and then pulled back, but only went that low, and then pulled it back again, but only went that low, and then pulled back again and only went that low again, which is given the ability to draw this uptrending trend line. So more of the story there as far as, the key level that I think a whole lot of technical traders are going to be watching, and rightfully so, given the track record now, is going to be all about that support trend line right there. So watch that from the support side of things. And then as far as resistance areas are concerned, it's all about $2 and, let's see, what is that? $2.21 being that key level of resistance. And that's, again, going to be a very well-defined area that a whole lot of people are watching. And lots of people are watching the same areas, wondering the same thing. Call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, call it whatever you want. It can certainly produce some very dynamic movements, and that's exactly what's going on up there with $2.21. But overall, pretty crazy day, but a very kind of interesting trend line right there. Now the big question mark just going forward is, all right, is this trend line the leading indicator to a breakout of 221? Let's see what happens. Next one here, ticker symbol ADMP, and this is more of a just for you pullback players out there. Obviously, if you're looking to play momentum, if you're looking to play some sort of breakout, this isn't anything that you would be interested in because, I mean, yeah, it started off nice with the gap up in the first, 30 minutes, had some, nice momentum, and I should have noted way back when, but I've been doing the 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks, as they're called, represents 30 minutes worth of time. So like I said, that right there represents the opening 30 minutes of the day, and there was momentum that happened there. But after that, there really hasn't been, I suppose I take it back, there has been momentum, but in the kind of non-traditional sense, in the bearish direction. So maybe shorts are enjoying this, but I know most people are playing things from the long side. So it hasn't been any sort of upwards point of view in terms of pressure. However, if you do like to play pullbacks, if you do like to play environments where things are seeming very shaky, things are seeming, I don't know, maybe it's the end of the line. Well, sometimes when everybody thinks it's game over, those can be the best times to actually purchase. So if you do enjoy playing pullbacks, then, the price seems to have found some support down here around the $1.25 mark. Or if you want to play more of a traditional gap close thing, then that's definitely going to require some more panic and bloodshed, but that would be down there around $1.15. And I suppose if you want to try to play some sort of, anticipate the momentum, you could always get that trend line in place right there. And if the price breaks through there, again, no such thing as a guarantee, but it would at least become valid and logical at that point to think that a break of that trend line could get some momentum moving in the upwards direction. Yeah, I think it absolutely does. So couple different ways to play this, but I would definitely consider this more of a pullback play. Next one here, ticker symbol NIO, and what a monster way to start off the week. Talked about this level quite a bit, but I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that as it served its purpose for now. And just a big breakout of what? Well, on Friday, the price, made a nice move up, then started to pull back here. So things were good looking. I don't want to say the end of the line or anything like that. But yeah, it pulled back. So it always becomes, I don't know, is something wrong? But NIO gave its answer quite quickly this morning. Nope, nothing's wrong. Broke through there and has never really looked back. So overall, just a fantastic breakout of, nice little consolidation that occurred on Friday there. So as far as some of these new levels to keep an eye on, as far as supports are concerned, key level of support with any sort of pullback, going to be right up there around 38.75. And then, of course, again, not to repeat myself, but, that's the beauty of charts is that they make things very straightforward. But from an overarching standpoint, you have the 50 period moving average there, which will continue to move itself upwards. But as far as next potential battlegrounds, let's squeeze things down here. and locate where some of these next potential areas of resistance are. Oops, I didn't need to go that far. But the next key level, which it looks like right where the price is struggling, which would make sense. Yeah, right up here around $39 and we'll call it 75 cents, which you can see through the history of things. Rejected, rejected, generally speaking, rejected. Now, the good news is the price has peaked its head up around that area, but it's not a coincidence that all this upwards momentum has all of a sudden started to have some problems right around that red line. So 39.75 going to be that first key level of resistance to watch. Then if the price can push up through there, next level up there right around $40.50. But all in all, anyway, look at it. Very, very impressive way to start off the new week. Next one here, ticker symbol M for Macy's, and what a crazy, crazy move on this one. And it's all about personal risk tolerance. But I mean, if it were me, I mean, this is nerve-wracking to think that, people might be, buying up around that area, because I mean, it's already made a very big move. To be fair, though, maybe those people are momentum players, and maybe those people are reading the momentum right, and this thing is about to just continue on with the momentum. That's always a possibility, too. But like I said, for me, this just seems so overextended, and then you factor in the last 30 minutes of volume, and big volume, yet the price didn't really do too much. So I don't know, are there just a bunch of sellers stepping in? In my mind, kind of that's what's going through the thought process there. So I'm not saying that means this chart's, ruined or, untouchable. I'm just saying, like I said, buying up there seems a little sketchy, but maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe the momentum players are like, Clay, you just aren't reading the momentum right. There's going to be more momentum to come. And in that situation, well, then so be it. But if you do like to play pullbacks, or if you do think, yeah, I think I'd feel more comfortable playing a pullback, then an interesting area from a pullback standpoint going to be right there around 26.75. And then after 26.75, another potential area right down there around the $26 mark. Then, yeah, you still do have the purple line there. But that's actually quite irrelevant right now, given the price is way up above 28 and that thing's way down there below 25 still. But like I said, from a broad standpoint, you can still keep an eye on it. And then as far as areas of resistance are concerned, this thing is essentially in a blue sky breakout territory. So, I mean, if you want to, you can just do it very simply and say, okay, well, the price stopped going up right there around that level at 28.40. So that'll be the breakout point. And there's nothing wrong with that. But again, within the general context of things, that seems like you're almost chasing momentum. But who knows? If this thing just keeps going straight up, maybe I'm totally wrong in thinking that. But it seems like some sort of pullback may be needed here. But we'll see what the next couple of days bring. Next one, ticker symbol TSLA, Tesla. And this thing just continues its march up to what seems to be $900 here. All these levels here used to be relevant, but I'm going to get rid of them all because now they look completely irrelevant. But that just really demonstrates how strong Tesla has been. So as far as some of these new levels are concerned, for you pullback players, very interesting area right there around the 859 mark. You can see it had a nice little consolidation right at that point right there. If the price comes down there and doesn't hold up quite, another level you could keep an eye on right around 852. 852, I would consider a problem point, and not in the sense of from the overall trend, but just in the problem point in the sense of, okay, if that level falls, then there's really nothing until that gap close area all the way down there around 843. Now, gaps don't have to close. Think about that. If something had to happen, that would imply there's guarantees in the market, which just don't exist. But, so that's, definitely more of a tricky area around 852, but with the amount of momentum right now, who knows, maybe this, first level of support doesn't even get tested. As far as levels of resistance are concerned, again, in a very near sense, you got a little trend line right there to keep an eye on. But if the price breaks through there, well, then, like I said, it seems like it would just kind of continue on with the trend that's been going on as it marches up to $900. But who knows, maybe this will be the week where it hits that and maybe even goes higher. And last one here, SOFI, and this is almost a flashback to FCEL, right? Because FCEL had a great trend, and then you had this big movement here. And same thing here. This is not, some sort of great move anyways. This thing had already been in a trend, but decided to just make that much more of a bigger move to the upside. So if you like to trade trends, here you go. And if you like to trade strong moves within trends, well, definitely here you go. So as far as key levels of support are concerned, first level going to be right down there around $20.25. And then as far as, well, I don't mean to keep talking about it, but it's just sometimes that's how the top 10 fall. You just keep talking about the same levels over and over. But we have a classic example of why that purple line matters. So maybe that's a good way to focus on it here is, well, here's why I keep talking about the purple line, because isn't that crazy? Now, was it exact? No, but nothing's going to be exact. But generally speaking, went down there, found some support, and then has made the very nice move upwards. So yeah, preferably speaking, having the price stay up above the green line right there would be best case scenario. But if it doesn't, still have the 50-period moving average. And then as far as areas of resistance are concerned, going to be just where the momentum had struggled today, and that was right up there at that $21 mark, so keep an eye on that. But overall, very nice trend and a very nice day individually to start off the new week within that general trend. So that wraps up the top 10. Again, if you did like what you saw and you can start to see and realize the power of technical analysis and using this as a tool within your trader tool belt, then definitely get signed up for the class. It'll be this upcoming Thursday, October 21st at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and talk all about how charts can be used, how they should be used, and how they're a great tool to build consistency as traders. And then as far as these top 10 videos are concerned, if you enjoy this format, if you would like for me to continue to make these sorts of videos, then please communicate that to me by hitting the like button and leaving a basic comment. Could be saying hi. It could be a ticker symbol that you're watching tomorrow. But hitting the like button and leaving a basic comment communicates to me that you like these videos, and as long as I know people like them, then I'll know that it's worth the time and effort that it takes to put these videos together. So I do ask for your feedback in that regard. And again, as far as the class is concerned, definitely get signed up, and I look forward to talking with you more about the power of technical analysis on Thursday. All in all, though, hopefully everybody had a great start to the week, and I'll see you back on Tuesday.